Hey you guys, Desmond here, and welcome back to the Unapologetically Honest podcast. Today we are discussing the very first episode of RuPaul's Drag Race Secret Celebrity Edition. But before we get into all that, I have to remind you to like, comment, and subscribe. If you haven't yet, why haven't you? Like I'm always here. Just hit the button. Hit the little bell button too while you're down there, okay? Anyway, I am joined by LACRESHA McGill.
Hey.
I was going to try to crack a joke there, but I was like, no. So, overall, what did you think of the series premiere of RuPaul's Drag Race Secrets? Same.
It was great. It was
funny.
I
enjoyed it, although I had no idea who Jermaine was.
I had no idea who a lot of them were.
I knew Nico, and I knew Jordan because I watched Riverdale. I just didn't know his name was Jordan.
Right.
So I was
his character name.
I was familiar with them too, but I wasn't familiar with Jermaine. And I think Jermaine
was the standout of the whole
episode.
I want to know who he is now.
For real, somebody give him a show.
He needs a show.
VH1.
Kevin Hart.
Kevin, somebody.
Y'all need to
NBC.
get together.
The
Big Little Brother. Something.
And
if you use that title, I want my money.
Black people. I can't look like.
There's some Jew in there somewhere.
Anyway, so the three celebrities we got were Nico, Tortorella, Jordan Connor, and Jermaine Fowler.
Yes.
I love how they got into the workroom and say their little line. Mm-hmm. I love that.
Just like regular Drag Race.
Nico fit in with, maybe Nico belongs there.
Yes.
Nico needs to he needs to learn how to do his own makeup so that he could join the cast, season 13. Cast him.
14.
13.
Give him some time to get it right.
Baby, they shot this last year. He's had plenty of time. And they're finna shoot 13 once all this pandemic stuff calms down. So that's plenty of time to learn at least how to do a decent mug. Especially he's a celebrity.
Decent beat, yeah.
They can at least do a decent beat. Not as good as Monet. That was everything. But anyway, our three mentors this episode was Bob the Drag Queen, Monet Exchange, and Trixie Mattel. Trixie has had my favorite entrance line ever.
Yes.
That was it.
Walk in door,
shift weight, say punchline, pose. I was like, yes! I'm like, come on, Trixie. Only Trixie, and I live. I'm still mad she won All Stars 3. Wait till you'll get there to see the tomfoolery how she got that crown. Oh. I can't wait till you get there because we have to discuss.
Okay.
But anyway, yeah, that's how I feel. So, RuPaul came in, introduced them, and welcomed them to Celebrity Drag Race.
I love that suit. That's probably one of my favorite suits.
So I wouldn't say favorite, but I did love it.
Yes.
Oh, I love.
Besides the watermelon suit from last week.
The watermelon suit. All right, so they have a mini challenge because
a micro
mini challenge.
There's the micro mini, then there was the
mini challenge, then the maxi challenge. So they had 20 minutes to put themselves into quick drag, and the definition of quick drag in this episode was pads, makeup, boobs is out, and a wig cap. Baby, I could have done that in 20 minutes. But hey, these are celebrities.
They've never been in drag before.
That was the funniest thing. Bob's commentary through this whole episode was everything. When Jermaine was sitting there did these match? He's like, it doesn't matter if it matches. You got 20 minutes.
Yes, goes. Come on.
Oh my God.
You're on a time crunch.
Yes, and when Bob and Monet first walked in, and I think it was Nico made a comment to Monet about the blonde hair. He's like, the color of a winner. That was shade right there. Because All Stars, every winner they've had is skinny and blonde, except for Monet.
Right.
So I thought that was the ultimate shade, walking in, the color of a winner. And then here comes Bob, All Stars winner. I love it. That's why I listen to their podcast. That's why I watch anything that they do, because the way they bounce off of each other is just so flawlessly, and it's so entertaining. Lord, I can watch them argue all day and be the happiest person.
It was extremely funny.
It was. Like, Bob is supposed to be in another episode without Monet, and I'm kind of worried. I'm like, well, who's Bob going to argue with? You know what I'm saying? Anyway, they did a pretty decent job with that, you know, for never touching makeup and didn't know how to put on the pads.
You know, even when Jordan did the little muddy thing. You know. I don't know what Jermaine was doing. I know he was powdering, but I don't know if he had any foundation on.
He probably did. He just saw the powder. It
was like, let me bake my face really quick.
And, once again, Bob, do you want to win or do you want to see? I'm like, come on, Bob.
It's like, I don't know.
I love it. So afterwards, the real mini challenge come, and it's like a drag obstacle course.
Right.
Like, they had a spot for them to put on their dress, a spot to put on their shoes, and a spot to put on their hair and more actual makeup.
Some more makeup.
Yeah.
A little bit more of a look.
Oh my gosh, that was the funniest thing ever.
Hilarious.
Oh my, and Bob.
That commentary there.
Bob, come back and do another season, honey. I know you won. You ain't got to do it. But I need you on another season.
Okay, because I'm watching your season when you won, and I'm loving it.
And Bob just gets better and better. Even when Bob wasn't great, Bob was great.
Like my 3 favorites right now are like Latrice, Widow, and Bob. Like them 3 right there. Mm-hmm. Just my favorites.
Yes. I just loved it. They had, and then they also had the lip sync to "Jealous of My Boogie."
Yes.
And ma'am, Miss Jordan,
Mr. Connor,
Miss Jordan, Miss Jordan,
Miss Connor.
She knew the words, as Bob said.
The words.
Honey, she knew the ad-libs. Nobody knows the ad-libs. Baby, no. She had the... I know them, but then again, I listen to a lot of RuPaul's music.
And I'm...
Are you saying RuPaul's music is bad?
I did not say it was
the door's
bad.
Right there.
No, I did not say it was bad. I'm saying you make me listen to a lot of it.
Christmas Queen is my favorite RuPaul song.
At him.
At me, Simply Desmond. Anyway. She knew the words. She did the little voguing. I'm like, you must have been watching Pose. Okay.
That dress turned into like a shirt.
Hey, they all turned into shirts. Oh my God. In Jermaine's backwards green dress.
Yeah, with the boobs is out. For real.
Ma'am, your titties out.
Dragging on the floor.
You dropped your titty. Put your
titty
back under your armpit.
Because Jordan's like, your pussy's dragging. Oh my God.
I loved it. I loved every piece of that. So Jordan ends up winning the mini challenge.
Yeah.
Did he win anything for the mini challenge? He just won the mini challenge. No, he got the opportunity to pair the queens with the celebrities.
Yes.
He chose Trixie Mattel, which I personally would have done, but obviously it was the best choice for him. Major foreshadowing right there. He chose Bob for Jermaine and Monet for Nico. I liked the combination.
I did too. I did.
So we're going to go over their drag names real quick.
Okay.
Nico's drag name is All of It Is You.
Yes.
Jordan's drag name is Babykins LaRue.
Mm-hmm.
And then Jermaine's is Miss Mimi Teapots. Which, the name behind Mimi Teapots touched my heart. I love it. So now the challenge is over and they're basically getting ready for the Snatch Game.
Yes.
What a way to start off the series.
Right.
Week 1, do Snatch Game. What? I just got here. You want me to impersonate somebody? Somebody I possibly know?
You know, C-list celebrity, it's okay.
More like D+. But still... But still, I enjoyed them. Like I said, a lot of people on Twitter are like, oh, so Bob, Monet, and Trixie are the celebrities. But it was a very enjoyable episode.
Really
and I feel like they're going to save like a really big name for like the last episode.
Right.
I really feel that in my heart. There's going to be a really big name. You're going to be like, what?
I mean, because there's no difference between this and like Dancing with the Stars. Same
yeah, because they get a whole bunch. They'll get one or two big names, then a couple of people that a lot of household people know, then a few people you might not be too familiar with.
Right.
Like I wasn't too familiar with Jordan or Jermaine. I knew of Jordan because of Riverdale, but like
I didn't know who Jermaine.
I didn't care for. I don't care for his character on the show, so I'm like, I don't. So some of the memorable things that they went through was Nico talking about his non-binariness there. We've been misgendering him the whole time. I have to apologize for that.
They.
So Monet was breaking down their non-binary status and gave education to the children. Education. You know, some people don't understand what non-binary is, and they just think it's a joke or they think it's not real or whatever. Respect people's wishes. Let them go by the pronouns that they prefer to go by. So since Nico prefers they or them, it's not going to kill you to say they or them.
Right.
I've never understood that. I have never understood what is wrong. If I identified as a woman, how much, like, would it really kill you to refer to me as she? No. That's my thing.
Because I do it anyway sometimes.
Like, it's just, it's annoying. Call people what they want to be called. Respect people's wishes. It's just point blank period at the end of the day. So, another thing that I wanted to point out was Bob shading Trixie Mattel and Monet Exchange's recent goals at Snatch Game. She has not seen neither one of them, but the audience knows they were bad.
They showed clips of Monet's though.
Yeah, and they showed clips of Trinity's as well. I keep wanting to call her Trinity. Trixie. Trinity must be thinking about me. Hey, Trinity. But yeah, so yeah. For a Drag Race episode, I'm really shocked they brought Trixie because see, Monet did good on her season. Mm-hmm. The Maya Angelou she did during her season, 10s across the board. But that Whitney, that's how bad it was. So then they got all the queens in their heels and decided let's do a walk off. Mm-hmm. I particularly liked the little walk off. Jordan was a little rough.
Paula, kimchi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But better than kimchi, to be honest.
Better than kimchi.
Yeah. Jermaine was actually not that bad.
No, he was cute with
really
the pigeon toe seal.
I know, I was like, okay. Now, Miss Nikko ran through them. Baby, they've been doing this their whole life. Just strut it like it was nothing. Had the boa. Was it a boa?
Yeah.
They had on.
It had a cape and a feather boa.
Yeah. And the fan, like they knew what they were doing. Oh, honey, they killed that, and I live for every piece of that. And then it was time for the walkthroughs. I always enjoy a good walkthrough, and this one was pretty good. So we come through. The first table we stop by is Nico, and Nico explains how they're going to be doing Lucille Ball or Snooki from New Jersey. What's that show? Jersey Shore.
That show.
That you tell we don't watch it. I've never been a Jersey Shore fan. My little brother, he loves it. Why? I don't know. It's stupid. Like I like them. They look like cool people, but they act stupid on that show. I don't have time. But anyway, I think they would have done better if they chose Snooki. We'll get to the Lucille Ball a little later, but yeah. Yeah. But yeah, Nico was just explaining their non-binariness and how the show helped their queerness come out. Mm-hmm. So I thought that was beautiful to be able to be impacted by the show and to be able to be your most authentic self.
Yes, I think the show helps in a lot of ways. Mm-hmm. Men and women help be their authentic self.
So we go to Jordan next, And the big thing I got from Jordan is just how loving and how positive he is towards the community. He mentioned he has a brother and sister who are gay and they are super obsessed with the show. Mm-hmm. And that was his reasoning for doing the show. And I'm like, I love a supportive family member.
Right. I like the fact that he was very open about...
He was very transparent, too.
Yeah, about coming onto the show.
And about his past. He discussed that during the mirror moment. We'll get into that a little bit later. But just discussing how his past self probably wouldn't have been too comfortable doing this.
Right.
I'm like, comfortable.
Big football.
Then we went to Jermaine, and we found out that Jermaine's mother is no longer with us.
Yes.
And, she was a big fan of the show. She was a lesbian. And discussed the issues she had with the church and with her identity. So it was good to hear 3 different stories, 3 different perspectives, and 3 different reasons for wanting to do RuPaul's Drag Race. Right. It's nice to hear celebrities share their stories of queerness that are in their life. You know what I'm talking about? Because there's some form of queerness in everyone's life. Whether you have a family member that's queer, you have a friend that's queer. And when I say queer, I mean anybody who is in the LGBTQ plus community. I just don't like saying all them letters. It's easier for me just to say queer. So when I say queer, that's what I mean. But yes, I enjoyed the walkthrough. So after the walkthrough, they go home.
Do you think they really went home, or do you think they just went to a hotel?
I think they changed clothes and came back like 20 minutes later. Baby, this was all done in one day. I don't care what nobody said. They all went, changed their clothes, came back. Oh, it's a new day, honey. No, it's not. It's literally been an hour. Y'all went to lunch. Y'all came back, and now it's time to do the damn thing.
Right? Because there were like 3 or 4 different clothes changed. Outfit changes.
So,
from the regular queens, and they still had the same makeup on. Oh my god. I just thought about that.
Oh, one thing I forgot to mention. I love how the queens got to have their boy looks in their confessionals, like Bob, Trixie, and Monet. I love that. I thought they were going to be, all dressed up. No, they got their boy looks. And I'm like, yes! I live for a good boy look. And all 3 of them had a good boy look. Especially Bob's. Bob is so everything to me.
Yes. Bob is that queen.
Bob is everything to me. Like, Bob needs another show. Like, Bob needs a show on VH1 every morning.
Special on Netflix.
Every morning, 1 hour morning show.
Something.
Something. But for the quote-unquote mirror moments, it didn't get too sappy like the regular show does.
No, they didn't have enough time.
But they discussed how Jordan is extremely confident. And that's something that a lot of queer people don't have, especially if they do drag. This is Jordan's first time getting into drag. And he's like, oh yeah, I'm comfortable with my sexuality. I'm comfortable with my masculinity. And Trixie was like, wow, I wish... There's a lot of queer people who
aren't that comfortable
in either form, because of what society has put onto the queer community. So to see him come in with that confidence, I love that. And then we also found out that Jermaine favors his mom so much.
Yes.
Especially in drag.
In drag, he looked just like his
mom.
I really appreciated the fact that Jermaine was confident enough, because we've had, male people of color come on Drag Race before that weren't.
Oh, what was that, season 6, the wedding episode?
Yes, the wedding episode.
That was so bad.
And that man, he triggered me a lot.
Yeah.
And so for Jermaine to come on and just be like, because like even his opening line was like, I'm going to be in a dress, bitch. Fuck you. So I'm like, okay, I can take that. And he made me feel really good about black men. Because not a lot of straight black men would be comfortable enough to be in that position.
Especially coming from the South.
Yes.
But it's time to hit the runway. So RuPaul comes out. I don't like Rosie this week.
It wasn't the best look. It was like somebody took fingernail polish to the Statue of Liberty.
Like, don't get me wrong, the waist up lived. Makeup, hair, awesome.
I loved the accessories.
The two different colors, they didn't work well together for me.
No, not in a metallic form. I think if the top had been confusion. Like matte.
I was major confusion.
And then the bottom had been shimmery, shiny, then maybe. Like, change the texture. It was the same texture. It was both metallic. The only thing you changed was the color, but it still seemed one note to me. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Like the outfit from the previous episode we just reviewed was one note. And I swear there's an outfit just like it, just in one solid color as opposed to being multicolored.
She's trying to find that outfit. She ain't worn nothing like that, but I still did. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't good either. It was just, I still liked it though. But anyway, so this week on the main stage. Usually they do this like in the studio on the side, but no, we did this on the main stage.
In front of a studio audience.
We played Snatch Game.
Yes.
And I have to be honest, this is probably the best Snatch Game we've had in years. Probably the best Snatch Game ever. I'm confident to say that it's probably the best Snatch Game ever.
Was.
Like, oh my Jesus, oh my God, oh my Lord.
Stop laughing.
So, Nico, they did Lucille Ball. Mm-hmm. Jordan did Chrissy Teigen. And Jermaine did Kavina Hart, which is Kevin Hart in drag. So not only is he playing Kevin Hart, he's playing Kevin Hart in drag. Playing Kavina Hart. Oh my goodness.
And it was excellent. Best performance
Hands down. Jermaine killed it,
had me laughing the whole
wept it,
time.
Slapped it, bumped it.
I don't even think Kevin Hart could have did it.
Oh my God, that was hilarious. Yeah. That is how you do it. Ladies and celebrities, because I imagine it's going to get picked up for another season.
Hopefully.
Because it was really good.
God.
That's how you do Snatch Game.
Yeah.
That is how you do a fucking Snatch Game. Okay?
Don't overthink it. Just have fun.
That was the best game of Snatch that I've ever seen.
Right?
That came out weird, but you knew it. Period.
I think out of the three of them, they all had their own moment where they were just confident in what they were doing, and you could tell that they were having fun in that moment. And Snatch Game.
Well, speaking of, let's move to the next one. Nico's Lucille Ball.
Oh.
The funniest point to me was the vitamin ginger minge part. That was hilarious.
Vagina ginger minge.
Made of ginger minge vagina.
Ginger minge. Yeah.
Oh my God.
I've seen Lucille Ball show. I've watched I Love Lucy. Nothing in that referenced it. It was like he was just trying to. She was a physical comedian, and you cannot do physical comedy during Snatch Game unless you just like fall backwards in the chair or something. So
and you saw that they were trying to with the
and so all he could give as far as comedy in reference to her were a bunch of facial expressions. But they never really just connected to what it was he was trying to convey.
I can get what you're saying about that. I just think their performance was... It started off slow and it picked up a little bit with the vitamin... the vagina...
Vagavita ginger minge.
That was hilarious. But the rest, they just kind of went flat for me. And it really disappointed me because...
He could have brought it.
They really could have brought that.
If he'd have did Snooki.
Well, I don't think they would have done so well if they... Well, I don't know. Honestly, I take that back. I think if they would have done Snooki, that would have been a good one. I really do. I think Snooki would have fit more of their personality.
Snooki has a lot more catchphrases. And
Snooki is more, I don't want to say relevant because Lucille Ball is relevant, but to just a certain demographic. Mm-hmm. Snooki is somebody everybody knows.
Because he could have played old Snooki Jersey Shore Snooki and been like, I think she said.
That would have been hilarious if they would have did that. That would have been hilarious.
But that's not what he did. He tried to be Lucy, and if he'd have been like drunk Lucy, if he'd have did the vitamin
at the beginning and just been drunk Lucy all the way through,
time, because that would have done it. Or if you had the Vita Vita Benjamin prop, why the hell did you not have a bunch of Hershey's Kisses up there? Why? That is a whole other iconic Lucille Ball scene with the candy and the conveyor belt. Why?
Well, maybe they decided not to go that route. They just wanted to do or maybe the producers told them that, hey, you only have so much time. So you gotta choose one. Because they all had one like sight gag. Did you notice that?
Yeah.
They all had one sight gag. So I was like, okay. So they probably been like, you can only choose one.
Right. Because Jermaine got up and walked out. That was a cute dress. It looked like it was like tucked into his underwear a little bit, and that might have been the gag. But other than that, he was cute.
So then we had Jordan doing Chrissy Teigen.
He didn't look like Chrissy Teigen?
Huh?
I said, I don't think he looked too much
no,
like
he did not look like Chrissy Teigen. But it was hilarious. And those are things that Chrissy would say.
Yeah.
Like, I follow her on Twitter.
I do too.
No filter. Like, she's everything. And Jordan brought that out. So I really did enjoy that.
Yes.
So afterwards, they had to hit the runway in a RuPaul-inspired look. Mm-hmm. So what did you think of Nico's Supermodel of the World look?
It was cute.
I loved everything they did. The makeup that Monet did on their face
was excellent.
Beat for the gods. Like, yes. Oh my, Monet.
It was so good. We forgot that there was
Nico had chest hair. We're like, oh, they do got chest hair.
We forgot that there was chest hair. I was like, I sat down, I'm looking at the face, and he's gorgeous, serving fish. And then, wait, why? Oh, yeah, there's chest
hair. Next was Jordan, who did one of the VH1 looks. What it was?
Yeah, VH1 Awards with the wings.
Yeah, with the wings, darling. If I had wings. No, I'm not taking y'all to church right now. But I love the look. It fit his body very well.
Yes.
Very well. And I enjoyed the wings. You know me.
I think he liked the wings too.
Listen, any accessory you can give me, baby, I'm showing all the way out with it. I would have been 10 times worse. I would have been all over the place with it. Y'all would have thought I was a superhero or something, how much I was swinging. Yeah. And then Jermaine did the season 9 promo look. Mm-hmm. I love that look.
I love the look.
I love that look.
I love the look.
I love... I almost called him Kevin. I love Jermaine's...
Take.
I love Mimi's teapots.
Mimi Teapot.
Mimi Teapot's look.
It was a little long, because he's very short. And it almost swallowed him whole. But he still wore the look more than the look wore him.
I don't think it almost swallowed him whole, honey. I think you need to get your eyes checked. It's okay.
That's my temple. But.
It's okay. You're getting old. So afterwards, they go backstage for a little chance to deliberate. Haha, you missed a chance to deliberate. Calm down, relax a little bit, have a cocktail. And their loved ones walked in.
Like a mini Untucked.
That was too cute. I was like, what's the purpose of them going backstage? Like, why didn't they just go straight into the lip sync? There's nothing to do backstage.
Right. But they had those little tender moments.
Yeah, and everybody had a moment with their family, which was really cute. Mm-hmm. Diddy woo, ka. My favorite part was Jermaine's girlfriend coming in and be like, oh my god, you look just like your mom. They have a cute little moment. Mm-hmm. Then he tells her his drag name, Mimi Teapots, and he's like, oh, our daughter.
And she was like, I'm going to cry. You look just like
I'm trying not to right now. That was a beautiful moment, okay?
Mm-hmm. It was very beautiful. It was a great moment.
Now we're back to the main stage. Mm-hmm. It's time for you to lip sync for your charity. And they are lip syncing to Express Yourself by Madonna. And I said this when we were watching it last night. I need a gay anthem, okay? I need a Britney. I need a who? I said Britney and somebody else.
Gaga.
I said a Britney or Gaga. Baby, they gave me the queen, Madonna. Babe,
to the queen.
It was beautiful. And that's a song I've been wanting them to lip sync to on the show for a while. So I'm glad they got it for the celebrities. And I enjoyed the lip sync. Mm-hmm. But someone did not know the words.
My baby.
That was Jermaine's win.
He could have took it.
He could have took it to the head. But unfortunately, he didn't know the words.
He didn't know the words, and he was very stiff.
Very stiff. He was just like...
It was more or less like a choice. Do you want me to know the words, or do you want me to move around? I think he kind of got into his head a little bit. But not
he said earlier in his confessional, he didn't have time to really learn the song.
Yeah.
So, and... Sir, you should know that song already, but hey, not everybody listens to McDonald's, gonna be quiet. But hey, so the lip sync goes on. My personal opinion, Nico won that lip sync.
Yeah.
But Nico bombed the Snatch Game.
Yes.
So since Jordan did great in the Snatch Game and had a decent look and did awesome in that lip sync. He was prepared. He was prepared. So he won. Congratulations. You are our first celebrity Drag Race superstar. Round of applause. Like we said earlier, I like this. I really do. And I'm excited for next week's episode.
Yes.
I'm excited to see where it's going to go. Who we're going to have next. I was kind of upset we didn't get a next week on Celebrity Drag Race. Like, I wanted to know what was going to happen next week. Yeah. Right. But that's okay. That's okay. They want to keep it a sleeper. A sleeper? I think I was trying to mix celebrity and secret together.
I think you're just sleepy.
Probably. But yeah, that's pretty much all we got right now.
Yeah, it was like a whole season in one foul swoop.
Yeah, it was cute. I'm excited for next week. I want to see what celebrities we got. Maybe we'll get a bigger name next week.
Maybe we'll get some B-listers.
Yeah, I heard a rumor of somebody on there, and if it's true, I'm super excited to see them on there.
He won't tell me who it is.
I won't. Because I don't know if it's true. I don't want to spread something if it's not true. I don't like spoilers. She loves them. I don't. Like, I low-key think that she knows the top 4 of this season and she's just playing along.
No, I don't.
She likes spoilers.
I do.
She probably already knows. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and end up this video here. LaCresha, where can they find you on the social medias?
I am at Cresha McGill everywhere. Twitter and TikTok, Instagram, and on YouTube.
You can find me on all social media platforms at Simply Desmond. That's SimplyDesmond. Thank you so much for spending a piece of your day with us, and we will see you guys in the next one. Bye.